3, 2, 1. Mr. Speaker, ladies and gentlemen, we just have to really ask, what does the average progressive Filipino voter want? And how is the average Filipino voter going to be perceived, feel about themselves, when they're able to do this thing or not do this thing, meaning supporting a particular protest candidate or not? And we tell you that the biggest harm when you end up not supporting these particular individuals, who, by the way, do represent a huge degree of similarity with your particular beliefs, and the intersectionality point I gave to you in the top of my speech, because people within the progressive movement represent all sorts of different things, right? Meaning it's no longer just as bucketed as feminist, queer, fisher folk, insert job here. But now you have such an intersectionality of that, which in and of itself make the protest candidate the most specific and perfect choice for your own proximate interest, as opposed to in their side where they say, oh, you should vote for someone else as opposed to wasting that vote and becoming apathetic and all that. But what we told you is that even if these particular individuals do not have a chance of winning, and this is me engaging with the voting process in and of itself, it shows that you're able to at least steer conversation away from those very strong conservatives who end up controlling particular discussions. And the problem with not doubling down and sticking to the particular candidate you're close to and really want is exactly the point in which it shifts and becomes radicalized to what the current norm is going to do. We think that in terms of voting, we're able to win and explain that frame in terms of why you still have to be able to vote, given also the harms of things like gerrymandering and vote buying, wherein the other side can use their levers of power and influence to literally silence and box out those particular individuals who have a valid and right claim to be able to say things, but lose out on the capacity because you no longer support them. You no longer talk about them. The algo no longer picks it up. You're not any able to forward them in the political discourse, and people end up forgetting about them. And what Jaron told you also stands. What happens to those people? If they have a thick skin and malakas sila, they're gonna continue to fight the good fight even though they're on the losing end, which we do happen, but on the majority of instances end up falling onto the wayside wherein they become irrelevant in the political landscape, losing out on the ability to make any form of change through a party list or whatever. The second idea is on what the tension and inflection point or tipping point, as they say in this debate, really is. It's not in change, because side gov is outcome dependent on those particular things coming into fruition, wherein you expect the other people that they vote, for instance, to be able to do that for you. But on our side, as what we've characterized the process to be, from the motivation of the protest candidate to the process, which can include voting, or it can include other things, like what Jaron told you in its extension, ultimately leads to a particular outcome, which we say we don't know, right? Because in terms of change, it could happen, it could not happen. We don't have a crystal ball to be able to tell us what the future will hold, but at least in terms of your political right to be able to express that particular decision, it's what you proximately make for you, given how you want to be perceived and how you want to be able to be with yourself, given the whole cognitive dissonance thing and crisis I told you in the top of my speech, which is likely to happen when you end up settling, when you end up falling short of a particular individual because you equate success to their reputation now, of which this particular thing is dynamic and not static. Contrary to popular belief, things can get better for us. And similarly, on their side, contrary to popular belief, the people you vote, the people who promise you stuff, things can get worse. They might not be able to fulfill it. So you have to go with what you think is right. We are very proud to stand on side opposition.